You are listening to
the WrestleGeddon podcast.
WrestleGeddon podcast.
Oh, what is up, everybody? It is another Friday night. We're a little late tonight due to some technical difficulties with my Wi-Fi, apparently, which, like we say, would not be the WrestleGeddon podcast without some sort of technical difficulty. But I am Chris Heat Matthews. He's the Tennessee Jesus Carl Crossland. Carl, what's going on, man?
Not much, man. Been up since 4 a.m., so had my second win.
Oh,
Ready to do this thing.
Got me by an hour. I was up at 5. Good times. Good times.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, awesome stuff. So, we got some stuff to talk about. We got some good stuff, some bad stuff.
And some bad stuff, really bad stuff. But I don't know. I don't know if I'm just like in a bad mood this week because, like, you know, I was having car issues and stuff, or if it was just, I don't know. What we said? Oh, we got to start off with something random though, right?
Yeah, we got some random stuff. As always, the Randall Band Entertainment.
Who the hell put this on so random?
For fuck's sake!
Random Band this week was it's John Walsh, right? Not Joe Walsh. John Walsh.
Joe Walsh. Joe Walsh.
I don't know why I put John in the notes, but everything I searched was Joe. I don't know. I'm thinking John Walsh from America's Most Wanted or whatever it was.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe Walsh was pretty like well known.
Yeah,
like,
the name
the
name didn't click with me last week, even like with the Eagles and stuff like that. And then I was like Googling pictures and stuff to put in the slideshow. I was like, oh, he looks familiar. Yeah. It's the nose. It's definitely what it is. All right. I think was it my turn for first this week?
It don't matter. It don't matter whichever one.
Huh?
I said, yeah, it don't matter.
Okay.
Not gonna fight you or nothing.
All right. Well, I picked All Night Long. This is what I came up with.
All night long.
All night long. Not that All Night Long. Different All Night Long.
Yeah, I know. I know that. I heard that song that you're talking about. Because I was actually thinking about it. But then I realized one of the songs I was originally thought of when it popped in my head, and I was like, oh, no, it's the Eagle song. But then, after doing my research, I realized that he recorded as a solo artist for the soundtrack for The Warriors, and I'm going with In the City.
Nice. That is such a
I thought it was
great movie.
I thought it was the Eagles song. Yeah, I thought it was the Eagles song because you know the Eagles did record it and put it on their album, but he recorded it solo first as a song for that soundtrack. So I was like, yeah.
I don't know how I feel about Jade's wig tonight. She's rocking like this mullet-looking wig. I don't know. Looks weird, but
it was dirty down.
Yeah. So. All right. So Joe Walsh was this week. Who we got for next week?
Next week we have the Flaming Lips.
The Plains?
No, the Flaming with the F. Flaming Lips. Like that's on your mouth. Flaming Lips.
Oh, the Flaming Lips. Okay. Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I don't talk right half the time.
No, my headphones are cutting out a little bit, so I didn't catch it.
I gotcha.
Flaming Lips. They had a song on the Batman Forever soundtrack, if I remember correctly.
Well, hopefully we got a deep dive into him and find something good. Unless you want to veto it, it's up to you.
Nah. But I remember they weren't. I've only heard like a few of their songs, but they're not like too bad.
Okay. Well, Flaming Lips it is.
Yes, they did have a song on here called Bad Days. I like that soundtrack.
Bad Days.
That's what gave us Kiss from a Rose. All right, Flaming Lips for next week. Should be fun. Let's hop over to the instant replay. All right, I got one little news tidbit here. And not surprisingly, it's about Alberto Del Rio, or Alberto El Patron. He is suspended from wrestling in Tijuana after an incident with fans. Apparently, they were throwing change at him. He got pissed, went into the crowd, threw a chair, couple chairs apparently, and a few people got injured, one of which was an elderly woman.
To be fair, if they're throwing change at you, like,
Yeah.
I probably would throw a chair to you. As much as I don't like Albert Del Rio, like, I mean, my son changed it. He might be justified in throwing a chair at him.
I just think it's funny that he got suspended, because you look at like how wrestling in the U.S. used to be during the territory days, where fans would destroy your car if you were a heel, or try to stab you because some couple people got stabbed. So, but then you look at it now and like,
it's not funny.
That's crazy. But that was the little bit of news that I had this week. I'm sure there's some other stuff, but I just didn't get through a lot of stuff. Whew, excuse me. What are we looking at here? Well, let's get into it. Monday Night Raw. John Cena.
Fucking dumbest shit I watched all week.
Right.
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, maybe I was just in a bad mood or whatever, but I was not. Like, he's too fucking corny. Like, I don't know. Just to me, it wasn't good.
Well, apparently he was in an abusive relationship for 25 years with the fans.
That's,
So he broke
yeah.
up with us.
Yeah, it was like I said, it was like pretty dumb. I was like, this is just like it'd have been better if we like maybe tried to freestyle rap or something, but it was. I mean, this was just stupid. Like, he then got too corny to be a heel. I didn't buy it.
I liked it. I thought it was one of the better promos he's done in a while. So,
Really,
yes.
really going there. This is coming from the guy that ranked Ric Flair 8. Like, come on now.
Hey, it could have been 10.
I don't know.
Just not a Ric Flair guy. Like, we've talked about this. Not a Ric Flair guy.
I'm not a John Cena. I'm not a John Cena guy. And this fucking blue chunks.
I think he hit some good points on there, especially when he was talking about I'm not a babyface, I'm not a heel, I'm a human. The part where we're speculating, like, is he going to change up his look? Is he going to come out with like a new entrance theme? And he's like, I'm not changing my style because you all dress like me. He's like, I don't dress like you. You dress like
too
me.
lazy.
He's like, I'm not changing my music. That's my voice on that song. I did that. I made that. I recorded that. So
He didn't write it.
I'm sure he wrote some of
No, he didn't.
it. But like I just think some of the points he hit on there were pretty good, and I think it solidified him a little bit more. And I think it probably, if they would have did it that Monday night after Elimination Chamber, I don't think the crowd reaction would have been as vocal as it would have been when they were in Brussels. I think that's part of the reason why they waited a week to do it.
I think they just waited a week because he didn't want to show up, and that's why.
It could be either one of those.
Yeah. Sorry, I don't know. I just wasn't into it. I think it kind of like, to be honest, I didn't really even get into the whole night all that well. Like it just seemed like one of those episodes where it's like, I could have did without watching this.
Meh.
Why am I an adult still watching wrestling? I don't know.
And then doing a podcast.
And I do a podcast weekly on it. You know what I mean? It's like, oh my god, what am I doing? Is this one?
Oh.
You ever feel like that watching wrestling? It's like, because I was so hyped going into Elimination Chamber, and then this fucking shitted all over my fucking hopes and dreams of what WrestleMania could have been, and then it's like now we get stuck with fucking John Cena opening the show with a long ass fucking boring ass fucking breaking the I don't know, it was stupid. I mean the Penta Blue Kaiser match was okay.
I enjoyed that. I thought it was really good.
Dakota and Abby was okay too. It was just kind of weird. It was just like, why are they wrestling?
That wasn't number one contender match. I think
Yeah,
it was
no,
a couple of weeks ago or something with the two of them.
So it was a number one contenders match?
I don't think it was.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I was like, I couldn't figure out why they were wrestling. It was just like, seemed like it was like, oh, they're here, so they're having a match or something.
Yeah, I know they've kind of been going back and forth a little bit, especially because they wrestled each other in the tournament for the Intercontinental title, and then they wrestled 2 or 3 weeks ago for that number one contender spot that Dakota won.
Yeah,
so, I think that they had something like going on with the two of them, but it wasn't like a major thing.
Yeah. Then the contract signing too, that was stupid. It was like, this is fucking stupid. You know what I mean? It's like, oh, you can just walk up and sign a contract that your name isn't on. Like, it don't fucking work like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that was what I was gonna say about it. Because if that contract doesn't have you listed in there, how does it make it legally binding if you sign your name to it?
Yeah, that don't make no sense.
No, because WWE. That's all we need to know.
I mean, it's like, and that's like the whole thing with like Rhea's like last title run is like, it just seemed like besides the Liv Morgan stuff, it just seems like they just like throwing shit at the wall to see what's up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And this is kind of what that feels like. It's like I've been perfectly fine with Io versus Bianca at WrestleMania. Like, if you want to throw Rhea in it, you should have did something. You know what I mean? Like you should
It
develop
shouldn't have
like a
been.
storyline.
Yeah, I think they should have done it because it was technically a clean win for Io because like
Mhm.
nobody physically got involved in the match. So Io won the title cleanly. But if they were going to do that, they should have did something where, maybe Bianca tripped up Rhea or something like that, or, distracted her or something to have her lose the belt. So,
Yeah.
where it became
Or maybe
more,
Rhea, or have like Io shoot Buddy Matthews DM or something on Instagram or something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
come up with a story.
something like that. But yeah, like I said, I'd be cool with Io and Bianca. I just want Io to come out of that match with the title still. But
If she don't, like, to me, it's gotta be like I don't care if Rhea win. I want either Io or Bianca to win. I feel like Bianca would be cool because then it would be like heavier stakes with her and Jade if they have like
yeah,
their feed, you know what I mean? But I'll be
absolutely.
fine with Io winning too because she's a good wrestler.
Yeah, I love Io. One thing I forgot from SmackDown last week: Street Profits, new tag team champions.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the Street Profits. I kind of like the heel Street Profits. When you talk about heel turns at work, Street Profits and Naomi fucking work. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
those are good heel turns. They're not fucking corny. They
they
became
just like
badasses.
with the Street Profits, they got pissed. Like, why are we not getting
Yeah,
these opportunities? Why are people like? Why are teams like Pretty Deadly getting opportunities over us? We've
yeah,
beaten these guys. We're beating these guys. What have they done?
yeah,
And they
yeah,
said, "Fuck it! Like, we're gonna take what we want." So just like
yeah,
Elimination Chamber, they showed up, beat the shit out of Machine Guns and DIY, and like that's what we're
yeah,
doing. We're taking these. So and they took them.
yeah, yeah. I mean, and I've had my grievances with Street Profits. Like they've never been my favorite tag team or nothing, but I can say I do like the heel version of them better than the little goofy frat boys. So,
We'll see where they go from there. Bounce back and forth here, but back to Raw. You mentioned Penta and Ludwig Kaiser. After that match, Penta said he was coming for the IC title, which led us into Braun Breaker and Finn Balor for the Intercontinental Championship Monday night. Of course, Braun ended up retaining despite the outside interference from some of the Judgment Day members.
yeah,
But Penta hits the ring and clears house and helps Breaker with the Judgment Day. And we get a nice little
yeah.
stare down to end Raw.
And then you had Jey Uso versus Austin Theory.
Yeah, it
It's
wasn't
like,
too.
why are you
Like, it was
booking him
good.
in like a mid card match? You know what I mean? Like to me, they should be trying to build that story. I mean, I know Gunther came out and attacked him or whatever, but they should be doing more to try to fuel that storyline. And why ain't Gunther freaking wrestling? You know what I mean? Like
He
we
wrestled.
could. He
Well, he
wrestled
wrestled
Monday,
last.
did he?
No, he didn't Monday. He wrestled the week before. But he didn't wrestle this past week.
I'm saying like we need to get like we need to build some momentum for that match if you want it to be the main event. Like
Yeah,
instead of treating it like it's a mid card match or something.
I agree with that one. So Jey Uso is probably like one of the most over people on the roster right now, and like we're putting him in like stuff with Austin Theory and Grayson Waller. I mean, which they're not bad matches. I think we just need a tad bit more.
Yeah. And then like maybe give them like a good solid win against like a good quality opponent. You know what I mean? Like kind of leading up to and same thing with Gunther. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, instead of
do something with.
beating down Otis and Zawa.
And then what's his face showed up again?
Oh, the Americano Grande.
Americano Grande.
Saw that. Yeah. Oh, still looks like Seth Rollins, his like little thing was okay. His little promo. I'm interested to see what happens on SmackDown tonight. Since Rollins was like, Punk and Roman will both be, on SmackDown Friday night. So I think I'm gonna have to take a trip over there. Kind of interested to see where that's gonna go. They did make it official KO versus Orton for WrestleMania. Saw the graphic for that tonight.
I'm down for it.
I'm sure in the next week or so we'll get the confirmation for Rollins, Roman, and Punk.
Yeah. Or maybe tonight.
Yeah. We'll see what happens with that. NXT was pretty good this week. We had Stephanie Vaquer come out to celebrate her title win and retention for NXT Roadblock. Basically said anyone that comes out here and stands face to face, looks me in the eye, I'll accept that as my next challenger. Out came Jordynne Grace. She didn't get very far. She got taken out by Jada Parker. Jada Parker hits the ring, gets in Stephanie's face, and basically tells her, I want the women's championship. So we got
like Jada Parker.
I love Jada Parker. I think she's awesome. Wasn't too keen on her when she first came in, but seeing her progress and get better and get a little more comfortable with stuff, like she's definitely one of those women to watch going into the next couple of years.
Yeah.
So I think she's gonna do some.
Yeah, she wasn't like my favorite. She wasn't my favorite when she first came out either. But like you said, like sometimes it gives people opportunity to grow.
So she'll be taking on Stephanie next week for the women's title. Not only that, Fallon Henley got involved in a backstage segment here with Stephanie, Ava, and Jada Parker, and demanded her rematch for the North American title. Stephanie agreed to it, and she'll be defending both titles next week. It's coming Tuesday. So we'll get 2 women's titles.
Right, lose one.
I think so. I think she'll probably end up losing I think Fallon will end up getting the North American title back, and they'll keep the women's title on her for a little bit.
Or maybe Rhea show up and sign a contract
and get a title match. There was some other stuff that happened on NXT, but that was more like I think it's more like the important thing that was on there. It wasn't a bad show. It was pretty good.
Did you see any of AEW?
What's that?
Did you see any of AEW?
I did. I did watch all of AEW.
You watched all of it? I didn't watch all of it.
I did. I watched the whole show.
I watched the street fight from Hell or whatever it was. Well, actually, I take it all back. I watched that opening match with Ricochet and
the Fatal 4-Way.
The Fatal 4-Way, yeah.
Which was pretty good. Like, I think it went on a little long. I think it was a little long compared to other stuff that was on the show. But Ricochet and Speedball Mike Bailey both won the match. And you're thinking, how the hell did two people win a fatal four-way match? Well, Speedball Mike Bailey rolled up Mark Davis for a pin, and Ricochet jumped on top of Speedball Mike Bailey, and they both pinned Mark Davis. And Ricochet put his feet on the ropes. Ref didn't see that. Well, ended up counting 3, and ref decided that they both win, so they both will face Kenny Omega at Dynasty for the International Championship.
That'd be good.
And Naomi out here channeling her inner Owen Hart. As she is wearing all black gear with
the danger
all over it.
Yeah. Yeah, I saw a post with that hair. And I'm down for it.
Looks good.
Yeah.
Why is it like we've said this before in the past, especially with like NXT? Like, why is it when the women turn heel, they get hotter?
I think it's just,
and
it's just the same thing. Like it's like grease, you know. Yeah, it's like all you gotta do is put on a little makeup and some black, and
yeah,
you're hot. I think it's just like this is the thing. It's like same reason why girls are into Bad Boys, and they like the Bad Boys. So it's like the same thing.
It's like you just turned heel, you have to go get your wardrobe from Hot Topic now.
Yeah.
Unless
you're not saying that. And you don't have to put any effort into that at all. Yeah.
He's not changing for us, Carl.
Yeah. I wish he wouldn't change for me. I wish he wouldn't do anything for me, really. Like, the best thing he could do is go shoot Sticky Nicky Part 2 or Ricky Snicky Part 2.
We were his abusers, Carl. He's done with us.
Yeah, apparently. That's why I said that was like lame. It was just like, okay, why are you here?
All right. Dynamite, back to that. We talked about the Fatal 4-Way. I feel like they kind of messed up here again with their card booking. Well, this is me being armchair booker. Like, I really think they should have did Mox and Cope as the main event for Dynamite, and Megan Bayne versus Statlander as the match prior to that.
I think they're probably just afraid Moxley would go over the time and it'd get cut off. But it'd be
end up going over for Bayne and Statlander. So,
yeah.
I think they went like 10, 15 minutes over. But I just feel like with the way that both these matches ended, again, like the same thing with Tony Storm, Mariah May, that should have been the main event for the last pay-per-view for Revolution, and the way that this match ended should have been the main event for Dynamite.
Yeah.
I know everyone is talking about this. I'm gonna put this up on the screen here. Sorry if you are the faint of heart, but this seems to be the big hot button with this matchup is the suplex spot onto Spike, the nailed 2x4, which I thought looked pretty gruesome. But I didn't think it was unnecessary. I thought it fit pretty well with the matchup, with the story that these two have had for the last couple months, and just wanting to just destroy each other. Especially for Cope to get to that title belt. I didn't think this was too far. If this was like this is probably like the most violent thing that happened in that matchup, honestly, compared to everything else. And like I said, I think it fit in the match. Like, I don't think it was anything that was super out there or unnecessary. I mean, considering it's Moxley who was bleeding every week for no reason in throwaway matches. So,
yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a like a little bit of a trick that he was doing. But yeah, it looked cool. Definitely like with them pulling it out of his back. Yeah, I mean, I like TCW and stuff, so I had no problem with the fight. To me, well, I don't know. Maybe there was enough blood at the pay-per-view already, and they didn't want to outshine any of the other matches. But it's one of those things where, yeah, maybe probably could do that pay-per-view, but yeah, it was a good match, between the two of them.
The only gripe I have with this match, of course, the Death Riders are getting involved, so that's a given. So like that's already off the table. And of course FTR is going to come out and get involved to kind of even things up. Then Willow is going to come out and take care of Shafir. My thing with this is, why was the patriarchy involved in this matchup? Like, I don't understand why they needed to get involved.
Yeah, it was just a hardcore match, so it's an excuse to get everybody involved.
I don't know. I just don't think they, aside from like Christian trying to cash in, or Christian, unsuccessfully cashing in that contract, like, that's like the only part that they have played in this feud at all.
Maybe they joined the Death Riders.
I don't know. It was something. But the whole end of it, which is why I think this should have been the main event. You can see like Willow and Cash checking on Cope, and then Dax is just kind of sitting there or standing there, like with this pissed off look on his face, and then Copeland reaches his hand up to thinking Dax is going to help him up, and Dax just looks at him with like this "fuck you" look on his face and just walks out of the ring. And everyone's just like, Cash and Willow are just like, what the hell is going on? So
yeah.
Well, I'm kind of interested to see where that's going to go, because I don't think they're not going to break up FTR.
They could.
Stupid.
The Patriarchy and Death Riders, they could be the Fathers of Death, as like the group name. Like kind of like Ministry of Darkness. Like when they combine.
The Fathers of Death. Love it.
Our corporate ministry, says Ministry of Darkness. But yeah, Fathers of Death, that'd be good.
That would be awesome. Be quite enjoyable.
Better than what they got going on right now. I mean, it's like,
yeah, pretty much.
I hope they give this title to Swerve, like they have to. Please, for the love.
Like I said, I think ultimately, the plan was for Darby, but we can't sit here and wait for Darby to come back to get this title. Like, Darby can take the title off of Swerve, or something like that. But there's not any reason why you can't have Swerve win that title off of Moxley at Dynasty. Swerve is best for business.
Yeah.
Speaking of best for business, Timeless Tony Storm. It's absolutely amazing. Megan Bayne versus Chris Statlander was the main event. Megan Bayne ended up picking up the win on this one. It was a good match. Like, I'm not saying it wasn't a bad match. I just don't think it should have been the main event.
Yeah.
We have some parts we get after the matchup. there's some stuff between like Megan and Tony Storm earlier in the match while Tony was on commentary. So Tony Storm gets involved in the matchup, or after the match gets involved and, starts going after Megan Bayne. She finally gets the upper hand on Bayne. Bayne gets out the ring. Tony grabs a mic and one of her timeless classic promos says to Megan Bayne, "You're a big bitch." And you know what they say? The bigger you are. What's that?
I wish I would have watched it.
Yeah, it was.
It
was great. You're a big bitch, and you know what they say? The bigger you are, the harder you come.
Yeah.
But it gets better. She says, "You want a match at Dynasty? You got it." Oh, what did she say? I can't remember all what she said, but she ended it. She's like, "But at the end of the night, I'm the one leaving with the strap on."
That's good. I like it.
So good. Like, I've seen it like 30 times on TikTok today. It's just awesome.
Yeah, I was busy and didn't have too much time on TikTok today. I think your video is about the only video I watched.
Oh, let's see. I'm trying to see if I can find it, but it was good though. It was so good. Tony Storm is probably, I've said it before, Tony Storm is one of the best reasons to watch AEW.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't know if I keep it up with the John Cena, I might have to become an AEW mark. Be on here.
Oh, awesome stuff. Did not get a chance to watch Impact this week. I couldn't even tell you what happened. I didn't get a chance to look at anything at all.
Yeah, I didn't catch anything either. I did watch another episode of Evolve though. It was pretty good.
Nice. I also have to
Yeah.
I still have to check that out. Keep forgetting about it. There's just so much wrestling during the course of the week. Like if I start watching another program, my wife's gonna be like, "How much wrestling do you need to watch during the week?"
Yeah, this is like I watched it during I think like Saturday morning or something. It's just it's nice to watch something that don't have like any stakes and everybody's new and you're not really pissed off at anybody. And you don't have to deal with John Cena.
What was it? The Maple Leaf Pro Wrestling over the weekend had was it Baron Corbin showed up?
Okay.
It was in a tag team match. It was Tom Latimer and Matt Cardona versus Bishop Dyer and Billy Gunn.
That's interesting.
Yeah, that was pretty. Saw some clips of it. Looked pretty cool.
Yeah.
The rundown for the show was a 2-night show. So they had Tom Latimer versus Bishop Dyer on the 14th. It's night one. The Kingdom wrestled. 6-mag tag match. I saw some other stuff on here, but yeah, they're doing like a tournament for like the women's title and a couple other things on there too. So But yeah, all I've kept seeing was like the footage for the Matt Cardona thing and Billy Gunn and all that. So it's like, damn, Billy Gunn's just everywhere.
Yeah.
And he still looks the same as he did 20 years ago.
Badass Billy Gunn.
So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
New age outlaws.
All right, well, that's all I've got for instant replay. I don't really have anything else for this week. So let's go ahead and hop over to the Elite Figure, which is brought to you by EntertainmentNerd.com. Go ahead and use the code FTCollect and save an additional 10% off your in-stock purchase. Awesome. Well, the Elite Figure of the Week this week is something brand new I just found today. Is the Elite Series 113, first in the line, Trick Williams.
Trick Williams.
Whoop
Get a little trick.
Whoop that trick. Uh-huh. It's pretty cool. This figure looks awesome. I've also picked up Carlito. The other figures in the line were CM Punk, Kofi Kingston, Tiffany Stratton, and another first time in the line with Dragon Lee, which actually looks pretty cool too.
Do you have a Dragon Lee?
I do not. This is that's his first figure. Oh my god. Why do you gotta zip tie the shit in here?
Yeah, it's like the anti-theft stuff now. It's like ridiculous to the point where you almost like break whatever toy you have trying to unpackage it.
Yeah, it's just insane. They zip tie like the figure in there, but most people aren't sealing the figure, they're taking the belt. But yeah, it's pretty cool. It comes with two sets of hands. It's got the open C grip hands and it's got the hands open, all in general. So Ring Attire looks good. Trick Williams' face looks great. Awesome face scan. Comes with the North American Championship. And he's got himself some shades.
Cool. Come with like a JBL speaker that's like whoop that trick. I like it.
That's cool. I like this figure. I like it. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yeah, no, the face scan's not too bad on it either.
No, they did a really good job on this. You know, like when Trick first showed up on NXT, I never thought it'd be like, I'm buying a Trick Williams action figure. But now, after, him progressing and getting better and becoming like one of the top guys on NXT, it's like, I just bought a Trick Williams action figure.
Yeah. It happens. It's like the same thing with Dirty Dom. Like, I never thought I would be a Dirty Dom fan back when he debuted. You know what I mean? I'm like, this fucking punk ass kid. And then he did the heel turn, and it's like he started wrestling and having good matches, and I'm like, oh, he's actually a pretty good kid. Nice, I like it though.
That is pretty good. I'm trying to think. Yeah, this is the updated version. I was trying to remember if they changed the North American title or not. And then I think the one that I've gotten before that came with, I think it's Velveteen Dream.
Mm-hmm.
A little different from that one.
Put the belt on down.
What's up?
I said he put the belt on Dominic Mysterio.
I could. I have the one. I had that one from WrestleMania one from his match against Ray.
Yeah,
He came out in the back of the prison van.
that's still the best entrance in all of WrestleMania history. I don't care how many Undertaker entrances. I don't care how many damn rock bands you have come perform. That shit right there is the best.
It was better than Shawn Michaels zip lining.
Yes, yes. And that was like a big deal when I was younger. That was like the coolest thing.
Oh man, awesome stuff.
Shawn Michaels always had good interest. Like I remember the year he versed Austin and they had the band there. I'm like, why does he always get the better entrances?
Because he's Shawn Michaels.
Generation X.
Remember when AEW would do special entrances for people? And every time they did
Yeah.
lost.
Yeah.
Was they lost or no, you knew they were winning. It's like when they did that special entrance for the Lucha Brothers against the Young Bucks. And
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, Lucha Brothers are winning this one right off the bat.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my god. Awesome stuff. All right. Let's hop over to the Fatal 4-Way.
Fatal 4-Way.
We're celebrating Women's History Month this month. And I figured let's incorporate that into the show this week. One of them's got to go. Toni Storm, Rhea Ripley, Mariah May, or Io Sky. Arguably the four most popular women's wrestlers right now.
And we're going off of right now, all time.
I'd probably say now, like their current
Okay.
runs.
If we say now, it's pretty easy. I'm gonna say Rhea Ripley.
I see that.
Yeah, the other three, they're all four really talented. Like, don't get me wrong. Like, I don't hate Rhea. I like her NXT run was really great. The last run she had before she got injured was pretty good. It's just I don't know, just here lately, like after they turned her face, they haven't really been able to do nothing with her that intrigues me. The other three incredible athletes have had pretty entertaining matches and storylines. Io, great on the interview. Like, you know what I mean? Like, the mic work and everything is like the other three I've really been into.
Yeah.
What say you?
So even with like Io being like English as like a second language, like
She's
still
funny.
does pretty good promos.
Yeah, yeah, she does good promos and she's funny. Like she's got like natural comedic timing. You know what I mean? And I love watching like her press conferences, like and stuff. They're good.
So are you worried? Like, do you think you're gonna need some backup, in this matchup? Part of Damage Control. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
Yeah.
Oh, love you.
Yeah, she's great.
So current run. I'm right there with you. Like Rhea's run this current run with Rhea has kind of been a little lackluster. I think it works more having like Judgment Day around her.
Yeah.
Awesome stuff. All right. So that was the Fatal 4-Way.
Now it's time for a Fatal 5-Way.
Fatal 5-Way. Oh, now it's time for the whole slide. Which, of course, is brought to you by our Redbubble store. Redbubble.com/people/WrestleGettingPod. Go buy some stuff. That's all you need to do. Best way to support us, buy some merch.
I know you're not into sports, Chris, but I'm pretty sure you may have seen it on TikTok. Have you seen the McNeese basketball team entrance?
I have not.
You have not. Oh, it was all over my TikTok, but it might be because I watch sports related stuff. But McNeese, they've been coming out to like their athletic shit. What do you call them? Like athletic managers. It's like this guy he's been coming out with like this boom box around his neck, and he is the first guy to get like he got 3 NIL deals for the entrance, and they actually won their game. So like kind of like a Cinderella. In March Madness can have like Cinderella stories where you have like these small schools beat the bigger schools, and they beat Clemson 69-67. So it's pretty cool. But if you get a chance, check out the entrance.
I'll check that out. The only thing that's come up recently on my feed pertaining to like actual sports and not wrestling is this coach Dawn Thornton,
Mm-hmm.
the Alabama A&M women's basketball coach.
Yeah, she's hilarious.
And all I can say is, God damn.
Yeah,
Like, I'm going to a game just to watch her.
for sure. Yeah.
So, Jesus. But yeah, that popped up on my feed today. I just got a notification on one of the groups I'm in for Facebook. George Foreman passed away.
George Foreman.
George Foreman, number 1, the original George Foreman. Not, one of his 20 kids. Named George. Uh, 76 years old. I think Carl froze up on me. But I'm still here. We're still rolling. While we wait for Carl to come back, of course, we want to send out our thoughts and prayers and general good vibes out to the family of George Foreman. This is very sad news. Legend, boxing legend, entertainment legend, grilling legend. Everyone's had a Foreman grill at some point or another. Which, oddly enough, if you believe the stuff that Hulk Hogan says, he originally was approached to sponsor the Foreman grill. So it would have been like the Hulk Hogan grill, but he turned it down, and then they went to George Foreman. And the rest is history.
Yeah, my Wi-Fi went out for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was about to say we knew him as a boxer. Kids today probably know him as the grill guy. I think everybody had like a George Foreman in their house growing up.
Still do.
Yeah, you still got one?
Still got one.
Still got one making the quesadillas?
He had a TV show too in the mid-90s. Sitcom.
I don't remember that. Yeah, I don't remember that.
It was called George, but 1993 aired November 5th, 1993 to January 19th, 1994. And Tony Danza was the co-producer of the series. So, that didn't last very long.
I didn't see it.
He
Sure it was.
he played a retired boxer who ran an after-school program for problem students.
Oh, okay. Mr. George. How much you pay the new guy?
Oh man, 76 years old.
Yeah. Fairly young nowadays. 76.
Yeah. And again, I don't know what kind of health he was in because it's been a while since anybody's
seen
heard
him.
anything from Foreman. But
Yeah.
They're
not coming out with like any new girls here lately. So.
Yeah. Let's see what else we got. For you musical fans, if you haven't gotten a chance to see it in theaters, Wicked is now streaming on Peacock.
I might have to check it out, see what the hype is.
Yeah. I know my wife and my daughter want to watch it, so probably just end up watching it too.
Me and my wife, we watched the Bill Burr stand-up on
Nice.
Hulu. That was a big priority last week. It was pretty funny.
Just picked up Stars. They got a deal running right now that if you do the yearly plan, it's $24 for an entire year.
Yeah, that's too much at once for me. I did the $2 Hulu Disney bundle.
Nice.
Yeah. Because I keep Peacock for WWE, and then I probably should have said that on the podcast. But yeah.
I contemplated numerous times getting rid of Netflix before they moved Raw over because Netflix,
Raw,
out of all the damn streaming services, Netflix is the most expensive.
Yeah.
It's like, well, my wife watches a bunch of I don't know, she's got some obsession with Korean shows now.
Okay.
So she watches a bunch of those.
Like Korean in Korea or like Korean actors?
Korea in Korea. Korean in Korea. With Korean
'Cause
actors
I used
in Korean.
I used to watch there was a show on Netflix. What was it called? It was like a store, and it was like an Asian family owned the store, like based in Canada, and kind of like the older father, and then like the mom, and then they had a daughter, and I want to say maybe they had a son too, but
I think I know which one you're talking about. I haven't watched it. I think I've been seeing
it was a pretty good show.
TikTok.
Yeah, it was a pretty good show. I think they were Korean. But it could have been Laos. I don't know. But I think it was Korean. It was called something. It was about a store.
Kim's Convenience.
Yeah, Kim's Convenience Store.
Yep.
Yeah.
Korean.
That was
Canadian
pretty fun.
family. Yeah, the clips I see on there look pretty funny.
Yeah.
There's one that keeps popping up on there where the owner's sitting behind the counter and this guy comes in. He's like, "Oh, you get a discount." And they're like, "Why do I get a discount? It's for the gays." And this guy comes in trying to get a discount, and he's like, "You're not gay. I can tell you're not the gay."
Yeah. Another funny Asian This is one of the Asian American that fresh off the boat. Did you ever watch that show?
I haven't watched that one, but I've seen clips for it. Looks pretty good. Too.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty funny.
So it's got the dad is Agent Wu from the Marvel series, the Marvel stuff. But yeah, I started watching Atlanta, which is on FX, but it's on Disney Plus and Hulu. So I started watching a few episodes of that today, and it actually looks pretty good. So far, it's been pretty good. I keep seeing it's another show I keep seeing all these clips from, and it's like I just need to sit down and watch this because these clips are entertaining. Like, the one that pops up the most is, this guy's trying to return an air fryer to a damn like Target or something in the middle of like a riot.
Riot, yeah, I saw that clip.
He's
I was like, return it. No, letting
the wheelchair just keeps falling.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking crazy.
And he gives the air fryer to this chick. The lady starts following her. I'd rather die than let you walk out of here with that air fryer.
Yeah, I watched this show on YouTube. It's like a dude that like eats the menu of like different restaurants and stuff. Like he'll eat everything on the menu.
Yeah,
and his latest episode was like on Little Caesars, and I'm like, man, I ain't had Little Caesars in a long time. I'm kind of craving like Little Caesars.
I love Little Caesars. I don't know why. It's like the cheapest of all the pizza places, but it's just
it's just like everybody has like that time in their life where they was like broke, and you had $5 or you had like a bunch of people over and you're like, yeah, we can't afford to feed everybody, so what we're gonna do is we spend $20 on pizza. Let's get like 4 hot and ready's.
Yeah, and that's the thing, like we used to have growing up in upstate New York, we had a Little Caesars. There was like a couple of them, and then like they went out of business. And we never had a Little Caesars in the area again.
Oh, really?
And, yeah. And then
see, we had like a couple, well, not a bunch of them, but we had a couple of them. And I remember like they used to not have like the hot and ready's, or if they did, I didn't know about that because I was little. But they used to have like deep dish like pizzas. I remember that.
They had like the Bigfoot
pizza. Yeah, the Bigfoot
pizza.
Yeah, I remember always wanting to get that, but my parents were like, "Man."
Yeah, we'd get that one like if we had a party or something, we would get the Bigfoot when they had it.
Yeah.
But like the biggest thing I go to freaking Little Caesars for is the damn crazy bread.
Yeah,
like, I know it's just like freaking like garlic bread with Parmesan cheese on it, but it's so damn good.
So damn good, and hit it with that marinara, that cheap ass whatever. It's probably sugar, but it's just,
and even that, like the damn the pretzel crust pizza that they had recently was really good.
I can't remember if I tried that or not.
Oh, so good! Like, you get excited when they bring it back. Oh,
I like. Do you ever eat Hungry Howie's at all?
I have not.
Okay, so Hungry Howie's, they have like different crusts that you can choose from. They got like a Cajun crust, like a garlic crust. They got a bunch of different crusts. So like, you kind of mismatch some of your pizzas with the crust. It's pretty cool.
Nice. It's like when Pizza Hut was doing like the drizzles on the crust, so like the sriracha, and the hot honey.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Oh, speaking of that, the hot honey, the what's that? The barcade, the boxcar. They got the pizza and stuff in there. They have a hot honey pepperoni pizza that is so freaking good.
I went there one time for, I think, Garrett's birthday.
Yeah.
I ended up getting like some kind of like Asian inspired pizza that had like pickled ginger on it. That's pretty good.
Yeah, I usually get the hot honey pepperoni one when we're there, or they'll have like a like something else like Halloween time. They had like a zombie type pizza, like the crust was like black.
Hmm.
You know, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't get out. I don't get out a lot
Pizza.
though. So that's the thing with me.
Yeah. Oh, we used to when it's like nicer out, we'd go to the boxcar for our Terracon meetings.
Hmm.
Sit outside. But, yeah. Anywho, I'm trying to think if there's any good movies I've watched recently too, but I still want to watch that parenting horror movie that's on Max.
I'm trying to watch. I was trying to watch that one documentary about like the like Mormon family that where the mom and the counselor was kind of abusing the kids, but I fell asleep
Oh,
during like the second part of it. And then I don't think if there's any other movies I've seen here
they have
recently.
speaking of documentaries, they're doing a documentary about the Goofy movie, which is releasing April 7th. So,
Wow.
so I guess they have a lot of footage of the creative team going through the production and creation of the Goofy movie.
Mm.
It's like cool.
Goof Troop came out before the Goofy movie, right? The cartoon,
I think so.
or did it come out afterward? So I used to like watching that cartoon. Honestly, I remember watching it before the movie came out. That's why I was hyped for the movie.
Yeah, Goof Troop came out in 92. Goofy movie came out in 95.
Okay. Or the Goofy movie, and then uh, the Jetsons movie. For some reason, I remember the Jetsons movie was like I had to go see that. It was like we used to have like $1.50 movie theater
Yeah.
when I was little, and I remember like saving up $1.50. Well, I actually saved up like $3, so like my parents could take me to go see the. I was like excited to see the Jetsons movie uh, for some reason. You know what I'm talking about? The one where they had like the little creatures or
Yeah.
whatever.
I love
Yeah.
the Jetsons movie. We're at the point right now where we should be living in like these high-rise sky buildings and having flying cars. Where's this?
It may not be too far. It might not be too far off. You never know. Like I'm pretty sure like half the stuff that I mean, like I would never be able to conceive of like the smartphone when I was younger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like man, tell me I have like a phone that's like better than all the computers that are out right now. Like no way. You know what I mean?
It is funny too because you look at something like Back to the Future, like Back to the Future 2, where he's doing like the video screening, the video call,
Yeah.
and like they have this whole monitor, like his whole TV set up for it, and we're walking around with that capability, like literally in the palm of our hand to do that stuff.
Yeah.
It is insane, but I still want an actual hoverboard though, not that knockoff shit they got with the wheels.
The
Hoverboards ain't
wheels,
got
yeah.
wheels, damn it! So I call it a hoverboard. Doesn't hover, it rolls.
Yeah.
Oh man, awesome stuff. Oh, what else we got? I don't think there's really too much other stuff, but If you are following us on TikTok, we got a few videos up there, a few blind rank videos. They make your perfect superstar video. Fun stuff like that you can check out.
Might
Make
when they start dancing for it.
yeah, that make your superstar video has got 8,203 views on it.
Oh, cool.
I was like, well, damn. I don't know how I'll manage that one, but okay.
Yeah. Still real to me, damn it.
Just make sure you rank Ric Flair a little higher than number 7.
Yeah. Or some asshole on fucking TikTok will comment on your shit.
All right. About that time here for SmackDown. You got Roman Reigns hitting the ring.
Oh shit. About to go down.
They showed Paul Heyman rolling up to the arena in like a black SUV. He actually did roll in with Roman, which is surprising considering that Roman kind of got PO'd at him Monday night because he was checking on Punk after that cage match.
Maybe we don't get maybe we won't get a triple threat match. Maybe we'll end up getting a tag team between Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns on a tag team against CM Punk and Brock Lesnar. But Paul Heyman guys versus the Shield.
I don't remember seeing any new Bloodline on SmackDown tonight. I didn't watch the first hour, so that's probably why. But let's see. WWE 2K25 has been out for about a week now.
Yeah.
Aside from like the pre-order early release. I've gone through My Rise, completed that. The story on that is actually pretty good. It's basically like NXT taking over the WWE. It's like this whole like mutiny type storyline. So it's not too bad. It's a fun playthrough. It's got a whole bunch of different options that you can pick from to drive the story. Compared to like previous years. So I'm actually just started my second playthrough to unlock some of the legends that were in there that I don't have. One was like DDP. I can't remember who the other two were, but I think it's DDP, Booker T, and someone else. So, yeah. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Still waiting for Garrett to pick up his copy so I can whoop his ass in my GM.
I know my sister and her kids, they are enjoying it. So
That's good.
yeah.
My kids have made their own characters already and trying to make more. Nah, dude. Like I have created wrestlers I need to download for my universe mode.
Oh, come on, Chris. I'm great.
They only need one character. They don't need like 3 versions of themselves as different anime characters.
Come on, man.
Awesome stuff. All right. Well, I don't have anything else for tonight. I don't know.
Yeah.
You got anything else?
No, man. It's Bigger they are, the harder they can.
I'm the one leaving with the strap on. Next when I see that pop up on my feed or something again, I'll send it to you. Oh, so good. Oh, all right. Well, that's gonna do it. Thank you guys for checking us out as always. Make sure you follow us on our social media outlets. It's Wrestle Guided Pod on pretty much everything. Not that hard to find. Just type it in; it'll come right up. Or you can use the link tree in the episode description, and that'll take you right to it as well. Follow us on TikTok so we can hit that 1,000 subscriber mark, so we can start going live on there as well every Friday night. Like and subscribe on Facebook. Hit us up on YouTube, youtube.com/ForumTheCollection. Make sure you subscribe to us on there, so you can watch us there, watch us on Facebook, all that fun stuff. So, well, we appreciate y'all for hanging out with us on this Friday night, and we'll chat with you guys next week. Later, Marks.
Later.